Yeah, it's a full-time job with no benefits. Too many ego, too many fits. Count money with a side of stress.
Hey, what up, y'all? It's your boy Still Khalil, back with another video. Once again, shout out to all the Khalillionaires. This is what I call my twins and their friends that's locked in. If you're not yet a Khalillionaire, go ahead, hit that like, share, and subscribe. Become one today so you can join the tribe, you know what I'm saying? My name is Still Khalil. I don't know if I introduced myself just now and that whole spiel. But today we got Tyler Perry. I was going to cover this whole topic. I was going to try to find things and pieces together. But he already made the video for us, so we're just going to react to this. And shout out to the King of Reeds, man. So, once again, if you're not yet clear, hit that like, share, and subscribe, and get to the video. I ain't gonna talk too much because I know y'all hate the yapping. Let's get to it.
So, are you going to start writing more stories about black men who do things like this? Or have you already been writing stories about things that you are attracted to? Let's talk about it.
Y'all already know what time it is. I got the black V-neck on.
Okay, starting out strong. I think you're referring to the miscellaneous gay niggas that be in all his movies. You know, that's a random gay person in all Tyler Perry things. If you haven't spotted the gay person, it's probably you. Not just playing. I love y'all, man. Let's keep going.
What's going on, you all? We got to talk about the Tyler Perry lawsuit. A $260 million lawsuit has been filed against Tyler Perry by his former actor who has played in 2 of his shows by the name of Derek Dixon. Now, Derek Dixon is suing Tyler Perry for harassment, all of the things. To summarize the lawsuit a little bit, Derek Dixon is accusing Tyler Perry of using his power and his influence to persuade him and groom him to have a relationship with him, and he has not been interested.
If any of these allegations is true, it's probably bad because I seen one of the text messages said he called him Thick Derek. I don't know any instance that I would want to call one of my employees thick anything, you know what I'm saying? And I know thick can mean, you know, kind of slow or dumb or like, you know, takes a lot to get through the brain. So, I mean, I'm saying, so I know that. And I still wouldn't say that, you know what I'm saying? So type shit. So, you know what I mean? Even with the vocab that I have, I don't think I would rely on thick as an adjective for anyone who was employed under my care. You know what I mean?
Now, interesting enough, there is a character that Derek Dixon played by the name of Dale, and he was a small town homosexual white guy that was using his looks and was a S worker to provide himself a living. Basically, the character was a S worker. Like, they were doing S work to survive. And from what is saying in the lawsuit is that Tyler Perry wrote that because of his interest around a person like that. To say that you wrote a character in because that is something that you are attracted to goes to the history and the rumors of Tyler Perry and the men that he has hired to be in his plays over the years. There's an infamous episode on the Boondocks that was taken down because Tyler Perry was not happy with it. And in this episode, it was supposed to be Tyler Perry, but it didn't use his name, but the similarities were there. You had this character that started off doing plays and started doing movies and dressed up as an old woman named Medea and all of the things. And in the background, you see the character have these very chiseled men in the background, like these very chiseled men. Going back, watching all the Tyler Perry plays, you remember seeing these actors who weren't the best actors, but they were just there to be eye candy. Like, the men were always very, very desirable, very gym body, very toned, very muscular. They were usually light skinned or dark skinned. Like,
He not lying because I noticed that a lot of times in his plays, it just be random ass muscle buff niggas that can't act for shit, but he always had them.
that was something that was joked about a lot. And some can argue that Tyler Perry did this because he was trying to get black women in and watching the plays and they want some eye candy. Very well could be said. I mean, it could be argued. That very well could be argued. And seeing that this is not the first instance of a rumor of Tyler Perry having some type of attraction with someone who worked for him. The live stream that Christian Keys did 2 years ago, back in 2023, where he talked about someone very powerful, a billionaire, taking advantage of him. And he did not release a name, or he never said a name, but he said it's somebody that y'all knowing, somebody who y'all respect. Now, he never did say Tyler Perry's name. And when people asked him, he said he's not referring to Tyler Perry. He said that shortly after. Now, some people can speculate that he was paid off. Some folks can say maybe he was paid off for his silence. But, you know, these things do not happen out of nowhere. They do not happen out of nowhere. I'm not concerned about Tyler Perry being queer, all of the things. I just do not care about that. What I do care about is someone who's been accused of using their power. Like, you've been profiting off of Black women pain for the longest. And to find out that you're using the profits off of this to now get men
He might not care about Tyler Perry being gay or whatever, but there's a lot of niggas that been waiting on this moment to cancel this nigga in their house. They have been waiting on this shit, bro. I'm telling you, there's some niggas around the world. You gonna see how zestfully they tell you these stories about him. They have been waiting to see something. Because, you know, people can say a lot of shit. The one thing in the Black community is about that gay shit. That the gay shit will get a lot of people to fuck, like, oh man. The Black community as a whole does not really like gay shit at all. That's why I make sure I put something gay in everything I do, just to keep them pissed off. You know what I'm saying? But I don't actually do that. But I guess sometimes it might be accidental, just because I don't care. I'm not gonna take it out if I do see something. I'm not gonna say pause. Not all the time. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes things need to be paused. Like his mouth right now. I'm childish, by the way, if you haven't known. Y'all subscribe to me. Y'all Khalillionaires. Y'all know what the fuck going on.
Opportunities that you want to sleep with. Like, yes, this is an accusation. Derek Dixon hasn't been to court. This is a lawsuit. This is not any charges or any of this. This is just a lawsuit. And he's bringing forth text messages. I always say this. Text messages don't really tell much, because someone can change a name and make it seem as though they're the person who is texting or who was being sued or being accused of things. They can lie. Somebody can just be texting and pretending to be said person. But the conversations in the text message, I'm not going to hold y'all. Looking at them, it really does come off like this could be Tyler Perry. This comes off like it could be Tyler Perry. And if it is Tyler Perry, in these text messages, you see the textbook grooming. You see Derek Dixon not really showing interest in Tyler Perry like that. He's not interested. And Tyler Perry keeps advancing, keeps flirting and asking and requesting for him to flirt back. He's making innuendos and sending pictures like, you don't see this stud.
He making innuendos. Innuendo. Who's that creeping in the window? I'm sorry.
There was one text message where Tyler Perry, the name, texts Derek's phone, and it was a picture of Tyler Perry on the beach somewhere, and he was asking, you don't see this stud? And Derek Dixon text message, from what it seems like he was just not interested like that. And it kind of supports what he's saying in the lawsuit, is that he didn't have any attraction to Tyler Perry. He wasn't interested in any type of relationship other than just having a job. He wanted to have a job, and he did not want to be on the opposite side of Tyler Perry. He wanted to be in good graces with him to get opportunities. This is how these things work. And it's not uncommon. Like, this happens. Like, when we talk about desire, like, this is one of the things where desirability becomes very, very complicated, because Tyler Perry, for all intents and purposes, desired this white man. He was very much interested in him, and he gave him opportunities based off of just that. If that is to be true from what is being said in the text message, if this is Tyler Perry. We don't know. This is all alleged. We don't know if this is Tyler Perry. But what he's saying, it seems as though this person was attracted to him, interested, got him opportunities. Now, while we talk about power dynamics, because we're talking about a multi-millionaire named Tyler Perry. And Derek Dixon is just a random white man who benefits from desire. Tyler Perry still outweighs him a little bit when it comes to power dynamics. And I will argue this wouldn't have been taken as serious from the blogs if this was a black person. I do not think it will be taken serious. I think it will be taken as
Quiet as a Cat is still not being taken serious in the black community because they think he just money grabbed. And when that niggas is like, I almost believe you until I saw he asking for 260 million. Now fuck that nigga type shit. So what he's saying is true. They probably definitely wouldn't have never believed it if a nigga was black. And that begs the question: why? Why do we not believe ourselves when we are hurt the most? And we know we have been hurt the most. Because we talk about it all the time. Talk about how we, you know, I don't get too far into everything, but y'all know.
the joke. People will be laughing about it. Like you knew what you were getting into when you did that with Tyler Perry. But this is a white man. He benefits from that. His innocence, he benefits from that. Automatic. Like, and I'm not saying that he's lying or any of that. What I'm saying is the benefit of the doubt is going to be given because he is a white man.
What are you most worried about right now? Have you tried praying about it?
As missionaries, we pray.
A white man.
I don't know. I don't like saying this. I don't know why we keep this victim mentality of if the nigga was white, everybody would care more, and people don't care about black people. Now, I know that's what how can we historically say these things, but then also act like anytime somebody going through something, it don't matter. How can we be the victims but the most niggas out here that don't never nothing go happen to type shit? I don't know what the fuck I was just talking about. But how can we be both? You can't be both. You can't be the best and the most impoverished at the same time. You can't be the richest and the poorest nigga in the room at the same time. You gotta pick something. What we doing? If we do have these struggles, then we should know we have these struggles and we should be more attentive to the people going through these struggles on a daily basis, not to when they gotta be on a movie called Straw. Motherfucker should have been paying attention to her when she was at work, talking about all the things she was going through. Why do we have to get to a point where we in a bank with a gun so people be like, oh, I finally get her paint? Why? But then when we say to ourselves, if it was a white man, we would care more. Why do we care more when it's a white? That's why I'm at. Why are we doing this? We can change the shit by changing the shit. Oh, do we not know this?
And I'll argue this. I kind of believe these things because this sounds like a powerful person that is coming on to someone who is clearly not interested, but is using their influence and their ability to get them into spaces to get them to be interested in them. The text messages say a lot and they're very descriptive. There are conversations about deals that Tyler Perry had with Amazon and Netflix. This doesn't sound like just somebody made a profile or whatever, Tyler Perry. This sounds like this could possibly be Tyler Perry. We don't know, but the conversations are very detailed. And it seems like he's having a conversation with somebody who is Tyler Perry. Now, going back to my point that if this was a black person, it wouldn't be taken as serious. It wouldn't. It just wouldn't. And I think that is something that we need to consider.
The fact that this is what I'm saying, we got to know about energies and the way we have the power of a tongue, right? We read about this shit in the Bible, power in the tongues. We read about all this shit. We talk about this shit all the time, but we are not using this shit all the time. The way he just said that shit with so much conviction, like, I know for a fact nobody cares about black people. That's why we give the energy. We keep saying these things out loud. We keep projecting this onto the world that we live in. And that's why the world we live in is like this. Because we keep giving it that energy. I know we can't change shit overnight just by thinking about better shit. But if collectively we all stop thinking that we don't matter, don't you understand we will matter so much fucking more? Stop calling me. Don't you understand we will matter so much fucking more if we all believed how much we actually matter instead of not mattering? Like, I hear so many people that's like, no, I know for a fact, they don't care about black people. Black people do this. Black people are the lowest. Black people this. Stop saying this shit. Say better things, and maybe we can start living. We haven't even tried. Y'all keep looking at me like I'm stupid just because I'm saying, stop saying this shit. But have we even tried it? Can we try? Can we give it one chance? Can we just stop saying this stupid ass shit and just start saying the opposite? Say everybody cares about black people. Everybody love black people. If it was a black person, we would care more. Say this shit. And watch how things start to change, man. You know, I ain't want to get into unk and start preaching to y'all, but look, I'm tired. I've been hearing this shit since I was a kid, bro, and I've been preaching the same message, getting alienated from all the groups because I ain't black enough, because I don't want to keep saying how bad and how low we are and how impoverished we always gonna be. No, we're not. We don't have to be that way if we all collectively stop thinking that and do better things and change the narratives. Anyway, man.
Consider when people come forward, people did not take Christian Keys serious when he did the live stream. Yes, Christian Keys never said that Tyler Perry was the person, but he talked about a very powerful figure taking advantage of him and coming on to him and promising him opportunities and all of these things. People made jokes about it. They laughed about it. Folks even said that, hey, you are attractive, you're desirable. What do you think is going to happen? And I feel like y'all are saying a lot. I feel like anyone who will argue and say you knew what you were getting into are some of the same people who would do some of these same things if they have the power and influence that Tyler Perry has. Like, you're not telling me that. Because even though Christian Keys does benefit from Desire being a masculine, light-skinned, some folks will argue he's not masculine, but for all intensive purposes, this light-skinned, gym-body man, like, he does benefit from Desire, but he still is a black person that can be taken advantage of. Like, when we talk about power dynamics with people who have the influence and power like a Tyler Perry to pluck someone out of nowhere and make them a star, at least in the right of them to be able to make more money and get out of poverty, people will sell themselves. Unfortunately, we have to talk about power dynamics.
We gotta talk about power dynamics, but I don't think y'all gonna like my stance on them, because they only exist because the people who think that they are less than give power to the power dynamic. Law is on your side. Everything is on your side. You don't ever have to do none of this shit. If every single person that went through these situations in the music industry and the fashion industry and all these industries stood up and was like, no, I'm not doing that shit, I'm not standing for that, these industries wouldn't be able to exist. By doing these things, they would have to change. They would have to not be out here hurting people in order to have people. But people keep allowing them to get away with this shit by being so needy. I need it. I can't do it on my own. There's no possible way I can build my own thing. I have to be underneath. I get it. Some people don't have the talents and anything to do anything on their own, but god damn. A lot of motherfuckers be giving so much power to this power dynamic and then complaining about that shit after the end when they don't benefit as much as they thought they would. You know what I'm saying? They thought they was gonna get this, and that, but they only got this. Now they mad because the power dynamic. You gave power to it. It would never been able to exist if you would have said no.
That's why when you get pulled over or you're about to be arrested, they tell you, do not say anything until you have a lawyer present, because these police have power over you in this moment, that they can say things. You can believe that they're on your side or they're just doing simple questions, but they're doing things to get information out of you that can be used against you. That's why they say, wait till your lawyer is present, because you can be uncomfortable and say the wrong things and you didn't even mean it, because the pressure is.
That's why I recommend don't talk to the police at all, period. Like, to minimize your talking to the police, period, point blank. Because I'm telling you, when they say anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law, they mean that shit, nigga. That's not a motherfucking just something we tell people. You know what I'm saying? I'm talking about them. I'm not a part of them. It's not something that they just tell people. You know what I'm saying? Like, that shit is for real. Anything you say can and will be used against, like, literally. We will try our hardest. our best opportunities to use everything you say against you in the court of law. We will do the best we can. You know what I'm saying? It's not a game. They will do that. So please don't say anything. Don't be wondering how you just get,
There, we will start saying things even if we don't believe it's true because of, hey, I'm nervous. I don't know what's going to happen to me. Some of us have experienced this at our jobs, a supervisor asking us questions, and we're about to lose our job, and we might share stuff that we don't know if we're going to lose our job. Like, we don't want to lose the ability to not live or survive. We don't. That is why you see people rely on certain work to make it, because they want to live. Yes, a lot of the OnlyFans and Just for Fans and all of that has got.
Hey, speaking of OnlyFans, look, if I don't get 1,000 subscribers by the end of next month, I'm starting the OnlyFans. And if I start doing well on there, some of your girlfriends, everybody gonna get taken, because you know what I'm saying, your boy swinging. You know what I mean? Yo, might want to keep me on the YouTube being good, doing wholesome content. Because if I go to the dark side, I'm very good over there too. I can thrive very good on the dark side. That's what I understand. I'm doing this because I have kids now. I'm trying to be better. And motherfuckers is acting like I'm lame and shit. And you know what I'm saying? And they don't want to engage with the content. If I got to go dark, I'm not coming back to the light. I just want y'all to understand. So please, like, share, and subscribe. Stop me from getting on the OnlyFans. Keep me off the streets with the blicky. You know what I'm saying? Because shit getting sticky. Do you hear me?
A lot of attention and has become mainstream, but there are still thousands and thousands of workers who do this to survive. Even the ones who may glorify it, they are trying to survive. And it's not glitz and glamour for a lot of them. A lot of them are trying to survive. All of us are trying to survive. In any way, shape, or form, we're all somewhat selling our bodies for money. No matter where you're working at, you might be selling your mind, you're selling your brain, you're selling yourself to make money. And it just reminds me of the conversation because there is a famous designer who is being accused of the same thing that has been around a lot of Black queer people and been at Black prides over the last couple of years, who is now being sued or has a case or something about them doing the same thing as Tyler Perry. Like, these people know who are the most vulnerable. I remember when this designer was at DC Pride and they were at a club around Black folks and they're white. So many men, even when it came to Andy Cohen at Black Pride around a lot of Black folks, you had Black men who were saying, hey, I wouldn't say anything. You got Black gay men, no shade, making comments about, I'll sign an NDA. I will do these things. I don't care. Because you all understand that you want money. You will sell yourself.
See what I said? It's the people that give power to the power dynamic that makes it so powerful. The power dynamic don't just have power on its own. Like, I can invent a structure where I'm the most powerful motherfucker in that bitch. But it don't have no power unless other motherfuckers come into the motherfucking shit and give me the power to be over them in such power dynamic. Do we get it? Like, are we understanding? We are the reason why this motherfucker get mad at me talking about I don't know how to play the game. I don't know how to do this and that. I know how to do this. I'm trying to protect us from having to do these things to keep going. I know how this shit works, motherfucker. I am aware. But that's not how I want to play. And I don't think there's other people that want to play that way. But they still great at what they do. They still amazing artists. They still great songwriters. They're still the best producers. They just don't want to get fucked in the ass. They just don't want to suck no dick today. Maybe. Can they still play the song? Can they still rap and sing along? You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm fighting for. I just want a dough where a nigga ain't got to take nothing in his ass. Y'all can keep doing what y'all do. I just want there to be one door into the place Well, a nigga don't have to have nothing on his face. You know what I mean?
Like, that's basically, we're joking about it, but that's the thing. We will sell ourselves to have a better life. And everybody has a quote unquote price. You might not do it for $100 because $100 doesn't hit the same for you. But somebody who needs their $100, it gets them to the next 2 hours, will do that.
I gotta say, I'm a part of the problem when it comes to like live performances and shit. Cause a lot of times a nigga do be needing the money, and my price is $150 just to come perform. But sometimes I'll take 50. You know what I mean? If they don't got the whole 150, I'll take 50. Cause the bills still need to be paid. I can make the other 100 somehow, but I still need to get money. I can't turn down opportunities to make money when I have very little coming in. You know what I'm saying? That's why I do a lot of things, because I need to have more opportunities. Because the ones I currently have are slim. You know what I'm saying? They don't pay all of the things. I only have this paid and this paid. But I want to do this. I want to go on vacation. I want to go to Aruba. I want to go to motherfucking, you know what I'm saying? I'm about to be off probation in a minute, and I'm planning to go on vacations now. I'm free. Well, I'm not yet. You know what I'm saying? I will be, and I'll be ready to go. I want to do stuff. I want to have money to do that. By the way, so like, share, subscribe, so I can shoot some content in Aruba, and this page could be lit. I could be the littest motherfucker in the world. I just want y'all to understand. These other niggas don't know how to have money. They're not having money right at all. Y'all think I got money, don't you? Some people out here really think I got some money. I don't have no money. So look how good I've been making no money look. Wait till I get some money. So like, share, subscribe. Right?
And now you understand, you might not, but if you're selling yourself for a flight across the country or a vacation, there's a price on you too. And you understand the dynamics. And these people who have that power and that influence, they know they can continue to rotate them out, because there is so many poor people. There's not that many billionaires and millionaires. So there's endless amount of people to exploit. They know that because they have companies that do that. They have businesses that exploit labor from poor people.
That's why niggas was mad at me at my job when I was a general manager, because I would tell people, don't rely on this job like that, my nigga. And they'll be mad at me like I'm trying to fade them or some shit. I'm telling them there is no possible way that we will pay you enough to live a great life. Please keep focusing on your art, focus on your writing, focus on this, focus on that. And the employees, the niggas I was trying to help, started making up stories to get me fired, because I'm trying to help them understand that this is not a good job to survive on for the rest of your life. I was the general manager and I still did not have enough money. So I'm telling y'all, there's no possible way. I'm trying to help y'all. I'm the nigga making the most money in this whole environment, and I'm still like, nah, this ain't enough, cuz. This ain't enough. So I know for a fact you was not gonna make more than me, was you? No. And I wasn't gonna allow it if they did. Cause I'm the motherfucking controller of the shit. But niggas didn't get that shit, so I had to quit. Cause I ain't like feeling like an asshole. I ain't like being that nigga that's making everybody feel bad about themselves. Even though I'm literally trying to do the opposite. I'm trying to make sure y'all don't feel bad about yourself when you lose this job or when your motherfucker burned down like it did. Okay, by the way.
The time. So it's not uncommon for them to think.
Hold on, I ain't had nothing to do with it. But so just in case, you know, niggas was like, I knew it. No, I didn't have nothing to do with it. I was all the way in a whole other city. I heard about it. I laughed and I smiled. I grinned from ear to ear. Yes, I did. Because they tried to get me up out of there for nothing. They tried to, accuse me of some shit. So yeah, I grinned from ear to ear when that bitch burned down. But I had nothing to do with it. I promise.
Hey, I can exploit for my own pleasure. And I'm not saying everybody who does hire ex-workers are doing wrong. People can consent and do whatever they want, but people like Tyler Perry know it's beyond just that. It's clear that this man is not interested. He cannot take no for an answer. He's not. He's pressuring him in these text messages. In these alleged text messages, you see that he is persuading him to be interested in him. In these text messages that are allegedly Tyler Perry, I'm not hearing anything about him being a phenomenal actor and being brilliant in what he does. I'm seeing someone who is attracted to somebody and is able to get them a job in being an actor. Now, I'm going to say this. I find it very interesting, and it's not lost on me, that there are not that many black media organizations that are covering this. The ones that are respected.
I'm gonna tell you right now, people are saying to themselves, this is a money grab. We don't care. This nigga just want the money. He got the opportunities though. Tyler Perry, man, so many. That's why that nigga said that shit at the BET Awards. That nigga smart. So I do be alright. I'll try my hardest not to work for people who are using it to like cover themselves doing bad shit. But that's the business, man. Sometimes we will end up being on that side of the token, but I try my best not to. All right. That's a good move to if you know you about to come under fire for something like an allegation or something of the matter, and people want money from you. The first thing that you need for a line of defense is a bunch of people that you have made rich that will attest to the fact that they didn't have to do none of that shit. Who's wham bam type shit. You know what I mean? So that was a very smart move to get on the BET Awards and go, I made the most black millionaires. See? We gotta start. I ain't saying he guilty, right? By the way. This is all alleged information. Like he keeps saying, allegedly. I'm gonna say allegedly too, so we don't get sued. But that's a very smart move if that was what he did. Now I'm not saying it's right, but I have to recognize good business or good whatever strategy when I see it.
I'm not seeing them cover this. Now I am seeing People Magazine, TMZ, not respected, but I'm seeing the big entertainment blogs cover this. They're taking it serious. And I think it helps Dixon's case because it's not coming off as a gossip blog mess situation. I think that is what happens sometimes when we see these stories get propped up by the Shade Room, Neighborhood Talk, and these blogs. No one takes it serious because these are not organizations that are respected because of the content that they post, that nobody takes it serious. But you have People Magazine covering this, which brings some legitimacy to it.
So I want to talk about that too, like the type of content people post and you using that to decide whether or not they have a moral standpoint or whatever the case may be. Like for me, I can post uplifting content, shit like a poem about positive shit all the time. I can literally make a poem. I can write a poem, a positive poem about how to keep people uplifted, all this shit every single day. But if the algorithm and the people who are engaging in the content deem this content boring or lame or stupid or whatever the case may be, now we're not being seen. So even though I'm making the best uplifting content, I'm making the content that can help people, people have deemed it not worthy of being content, so they are not engaging in it. So a lot of these blogs and sites and shit like that, they have to engage in the clickbait and the messiness. That's what people care about. This is not what we want to care about. I would love to not ever talk about nothing messy. Not like, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I like a little mess every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But I would love to like not have to always do that, especially on TikTok, bro. So I would like to make more different content on TikTok. If y'all follow me on TikTok, you know I'm a commentary channel on TikTok. I just make, you know, I find a post or whatever, and I give my little 2 cents on it. Sometimes they go viral, sometimes they don't. But I ain't never been stuck in a 200 group. You know what I mean? So I'm always doing well. So you can go follow me on TikTok, by the way. I ain't mean to hate shit on y'all. If you are in a 200 group, you're doing well, man. I look up content. You need to keep it up. First of all, I'm not going to tell you what everybody's saying. Tap in with me if you really want to. If you are on TikTok and you keep getting stuck in the 200 views and you think your videos are really good, tap in with me. I'll tell you either they are good and how to keep them going better so you can actually get out of the 200 group, I'll tell you that they trash, so we can help you actually, do what you need to do. Okay? I love y'all. Let's get back to the video.
In the court of public opinion. And it probably would persuade Tyler Perry to settle out of court. We don't know yet. Like, this story just dropped. The lawsuit just, made its way to these media publications. So we don't know what's going to happen. But I will say that since some of these big entertainment are covering it, it legitimizes this. And also Derek Dixon being white. Like, it's serious. It's very serious. So yeah, this is really something. I definitely will be paying attention to this.
Again, and I'm not even gonna let this nigga finish because he keep doing this shit, and we stopping this shit today on my channel. We're not gonna keep saying white people get cared about more. We're not gonna keep saying if they was black then they did this. We're not gonna subjugate our own selves. We're not gonna keep putting ourselves in a box talking about some black people only eat chitlins and ham hocks. We're not gonna say you not black if you don't wear Jordans. We're not gonna say none of this shit. You are a part of the community. You belong. If you got a fucking 8 million IQ, you deserve to be in this bitch too. Why do we want to alienate ourselves? We are the worst community when it comes to shit like that. We love to be like, oh, black this, black that. But when we got our super smart blacks and the blacks that don't involve themselves in none of that, we want to say they not black, so then they can't fuck up the quota of being black. So this is what black must be. So then when people say that's what black is, we get offended. Like, how can you say that? You said that, nigga, because you told the nigga that wasn't like that he was not black. Do y'all not understand what the fuck you saying? Like, anyway, man, if y'all want to watch the rest of this video, that's the King of Reads. Shout out to his channel. I appreciate him for making content so we can react to it. Once again, my name is Still Khalil. I got a little heated in this video. I don't know why. I think I'm very passionate about certain subjects. So that's why. Again, I think the audio will be better in these videos with my headphones on. Tell me how y'all like it. Is it throwing off the vibe? Should I go back to no headphones? Or is it doing well for y'all? Let me know. This is for the Khalilians, by the way. If you a new nigga, I don't give a fuck what you got to say. I'm talking to the motherfuckers that been here all day. You know what I mean? I love y'all. Peace and love, man. Peace.